I'm just making, this is going to be like a small rant video I'm doing, and also like a video to address my ideas on this game. It's mainly going to be focused around the zombie side of this game, because I really do think at the moment zombies are extremely flawed and massively underpowered. So I'm gonna just play the game and talk. So firstly, I am gonna be going through on why I think zombies are pretty underpowered. Alright. Then I'm gonna go on to fixes and my ideas, mainly about zombie attachments, which is the planned features, or mutations as I would like to call them. So why do I think zombies are underpowered and all around not good? Right. It mainly relies in the special infected limit and how boring they are. Look at this common gameplay. It takes a lot to kill someone, unless, you know, they're just running around. And it takes a lot, alright? And that's what I see, that's what I think is problem. See, he just healed, he was like one hit away, he healed. And I think that's the problem, right? Not the problem as in survivors are healing it too much. I think the problem lies in the gameplay of zombies. Brutes are too squishy. Tickers aren't really that good. Leapers are actually quite fine. I actually think Leapers are like one of the best zombies, along with Elementals. And Edgars are just like straight up not playable, right? Because due to Edgar's hitbox, which I think should be fixed, and I think should be more faster, more reliable, more bigger, you know what I mean? So you could actually hit stuff with it. So what my problem is with commons is they're really boring. They're super boring, and you get them like 5, 10, maybe 15 times in a row before you get a special infected. And at the start of matches, this could be so demotivated because you're being spawn camped. You can press C and like choose your spawn distance, but usually people don't have the patience to press far and then go over, right? Go over to the survivors and, you know, die again. Oh, it's race. So I feel like there could be fixes to the overall fixes to spawn camping, pretty much. Now, here's my idea. Now, this might seem overpowered, but trust me, I think it's really needed, especially at this point of the game, right? I think zombies should get a few seconds of invincibility frames, or God mode. Now, this could be balanced out by the fact that they can't attack while this is happening. They can't, you can't attack, or it really depends on the zombies. I actually don't really want to play this, so I'm just gonna kill myself. It lies in the fact that I think either to balance it out, one, you can't attack while in like this period of invincibility frames. You can't, or it depends on what type of zombie you are and where you spawn, right? So I think the default should be like 3 seconds if we're going with the no attack route, especially with brutes. Alright, this goes into my next point. Brutes, there could only be one at a time, except like I think a few rare instances where I've seen 2 at a time. But my problem lies in the HP of the brute, right? He's really squishy. Now, I feel like there's 2 fixes. Give him a bullet resistance or an overall damage resistance, because he already has an explosion resistance, which is 50%, right? But simply his glove recharge, shield, and throw is just not reliable enough to make him survive. He's gonna get wiped. It's not like you could predict to become a brute as well. See, like you could change your spawn to distance to try to get some sniping off, right? You can't predict that. That's the problem. So here's my fix. Here's my fix. Raise his HP. Either make it so this could be 3 at a time, or raise his HP to 5k instead of 3.5k. Right? I'm gonna to show you a sample of. Show you a sample of zombies. See, you just get spawn camped mindlessly for the first start. So I feel like the invincibility frames could be very helpful for this situation, right? Oh, we already got someone. All right. And overall, it does need a lot of like teamwork for zombies to work half the time, because power creep. You know, when the game first got released, of course it was buggy and broken. No offense, Dalbrook, I think he's a great developer, and his team. No offense to them. But after like the maintenance and whatnot, and the game was stable, everything was perfectly fine, right? Zombies and humans had a balance, right? It was balanced. It was fun. I didn't mind it, right? But it was when power creep started to happen. Survivors slowly got more and more powerful, and zombies remained unchanged, except a few balance changes here and there, alright? That's the problem. Survivors have a better HP. Wow, that's a nice club throw. Survivors had more HP due to unlocking better gear. The flak vest, for a good example, counts as anything explosive to a certain extent. I think they nerfed it, because I remember doing 18 damage as an elm back when they used to do like 200 damage on the explosion thing. Now it just does 80. Obviously, if the iframe thing does happen, a lot would need to be changed. Edgars won't be able to shoot their tongue. Leapers won't be able to pounce or something. Whatnot. Right? And commons are just super boring. They're just walking money bags along with pretty much everything else. The only time when your zombies are really a threat, when there's an actual competent brute who knows what they're doing. And it's pretty much that's it. Like this is pretty much what you should do as a brute. You should like go behind something and then just throw your club. See, like what's this guy's doing? But like he's already so low HP. It's very, very hard. Right. Sure, you can get lucky and maybe sneak with an elemental and get a cheeky double kill. I've done it before. It's not the hardest thing in the world. But I don't. The rarity of all these zombies are kind of hard. In commons, again, they're not really fun to play as. Even with the armor buff they got, where they could sometimes spawn with armor, it isn't really enough, in my opinion. In reality, it's not fun to be a zombie, and I prefer being a survivor all the time than a zombie. Right? So that's my overall problem. Commons are boring, so being a zombie is painful and dreadful, right? Sure, you maybe get a lucky kill here and there, and I know this could be boiled down to a skill issue, right? And obviously, I'm not really a guy to talk in this community, but I just feel like there can be solutions. Especially when it comes to zombie types. Why not add a common special infected, or even maybe an attachment for the common zombies, which I'll go over soon, that is a supportive zombie, right? It doesn't do anything, it does little attack damage, and it should be, but it buffs zombies near it, allowing them to push and, you know, passively heal them, give them a small resistance to all damage, and a speed boost. Maybe even or a stamina regen, right? So it's a high priority target, so obviously they would need to, survivors would actually need to target a specific zombie out of them, and this zombie will excel in hordes because it will, other zombies could block it, to say the least. Right? Now, though I've listed my ideas for the fixes of spawn camping, But how do we make the common zombie more fun to play as? Here is my idea. I think the main gimmick of common zombies attachments, right, should be this set of series called Uncommon Zombies. Now, how it would work as there is a chance for you to spawn as a zombie, as a common zombie, but instead of spawning as a common zombie, you spawn as this uncommon zombie. Now, there's no idea regarding on the zombie attachments or anything, but if it works similar to how gun attachments work, where you can only have 3 at a time and they cost tickets, I think having something like have a 20% chance to spawn as this uncommon zombie instead of a common zombie. So here's my idea number 1. I call him a rally zombie. Now, if you ever played the game Dead Slate, you would know about this recon zombie that drops health packs on death. No, I'm not going to suggest a zombie that only drops health packs on death. I'm using that as a design example, because he would have a little doohickey, a little intercom thing on his back, right, that being like pinged, right, and zombies around him would be buffed to a certain extent, right, and you would have a 20% chance of becoming this zombie instead of a common zombie. Now, these zombies, they cannot get armor, right? They cannot get armor. They have a set amount of HP, right? This zombie would have 75 HP, but be slightly faster than a normal zombie, right? Now, I don't know how you would purchase zombie attachments. Don't know if it would be a unique way, or it could just be, you know, coins or gold. Sorry, but I feel like this is because a supportive zombie, but not an attacking zombie, because we don't really see much of that. The only semi-attacking zombie, supportive zombie that we have is Ticker, and when he dies, goo. See, this is not a good spot for see, there's nothing much I could do, right? Because I don't have any reliable cover to go to, right? Yeah, I didn't have much cover because survivors were all around. Sure, maybe if I'm more experienced in the game, I would know how to handle it. But there's simply no way, because survivors do a lot of DPS, right? So, here comes my second uncommon attachment ideas that I call a prison zombie. Prison zombies have a base HP of 300, right? And these guys are slightly bigger, so that means the downside of having a bigger HP, downside of having a bigger hitbox at a cost of being more tanky and doing a more of a punch, right? And this zombie, I think I have two abilities for this guy. I have 2 ideas for this guy. Also, I forgot to mention, as a downside, he's also slightly slower as a normal zombie. But of course, you are tanky, right? So my idea 1, this isn't very good because you will need to rework all of the maps, but he would be able to tear down certain walls, like some examples in Left 4 Dead Versus, I think you do, right? Then, so he could open up walls to flank the survivors if they're camping somewhere. My second ability is a rush, or at least a sprint attack, like a dash attack. Think of like I'm not too sure. I remember like Pizza Tower, how Peppino like dashes in front, but it wouldn't grab someone. It would just simply knock them to the ground. Also, the prison zombie cannot be tripped, just like how the brute can't be tripped. Great counter against Splashy, because God, everyone knows that this thing needs a nerf. I feel like zombie attachments that gives the zombie a unique playstyle is good, because it obviously saves resources on needing to add a new special infected. Right. So what I could do, so yeah, so that would be the prison zombie. Now my last zombie, I'm not too sure about, right? So I would call him the vampiric zombie, and obviously he would be a vampire. He would be he would be noticeably more faster than a normal zombie, and on scratch he hurts. He heals for what he hurts. But if you press E with him, he'll do a short wind up and grab the survivor. And when he has grabbed the survivor, your your walk speed will be significantly slower, right? But you would be constantly damage the survivor. Now you might think, but this is just the stalker if he could do damage. Well, yes. But again, these ideas are made to make the common zombies more fun to play as, and for this zombie you don't need another survivor to kill the zombie to help you. There will be a short mini game where you struggle, right? And the interesting mechanic with this zombie's pin, or this uncommon zombie's pin, that as he pins, stamina drains, and if the stamina drains, that means the zombie would let go. So think of a stalker pretty much, but you know, more offensive and not and less supportive, right? And if the survivor struggles, the stamina bar goes down faster, right? And sorry, I'm concentrating on this. I'm having a hard time concentrating on this and the other thing. And for that's pretty much my ideas so far, right? But I have a few ideas for other zombies. Now I got this idea from another person when I was playing this game. So if you know who you are, shout out to you, but he pretty much suggested C4 Leapers. Now, you might groan at the fact that, like, oh, wasn't this a thing overpowered and reason to die? Yes, it was, right? This is why I feel like I have the capabilities of balancing it, right? So pretty much, C4 Leapers, they can't pin, they're slightly slower with the jump speed, and use more stamina on jump because they have something heavy on their backs. And all the C4 would do, it would be more of a mass concussion trip effect, and do like minimal damage. Nothing too overpowered, right? And obviously there would be a % chance of this spawning. So let's say a 15% chance. Oh yeah, I forgot to say. So if you have the rally attachment equipped, 20% chance to replace that instead of a common. But 10% chance for the prison zombie, and another 10% chance for the vampiric zombie to replace common. This doesn't mean that this completely replaces common zombies. No, it's only a chance. It's just to spice up the thing, the gameplay of a common zombie. And these either do not count as a full common or count as half a common on the scale, on the like special zombies list, or the how many special zombie limit. Right? So next onto my other zombie ideas. So as I was saying, C4 Leapers, right? So my other idea is for the ticker. Now, I really like Ticker's Rush. I kind of wish it acted more like the Charger from Left 4 Dead, right? So, how about this? Instead of you rushing to explode, you rush into survivors to do damage, and that's really good. Good job, anyway. Good job, by the way, to Ticker who was watching this. fuck, sorry for my long pauses. And when you rush, your rush speed is greater, right? There's no countdown because you can't explode when you have this attachment. You still leak on death, but you can't explode, and you do significantly more damage to a survivor if you hit them. And rushing takes way less stamina, and and it takes way less stamina. It's faster, actually does damage. It still trips. Still trips, right? And that's pretty much it. So it turns into more of a defense penetrator. And actually, like, for single target damage. Good for, if you're good at predicting, it's good for people who are running away. What else can I say? Oh yes, obviously I'm gonna reset again to example. Good stuff. So this zombie is this map is hell for zombies because they get spawn camped to oblivion. Also, may I add, please make it so Splashy can't trip a ticker when it's in its rush. It doesn't really make sense to me. Maybe because he's wearing a heavy tank. How could water trip him? It's weird, but that's pretty much it. And also fix Edgar, right? Because I've seen multiple times his tongue go through survivors, and I think that's a major problem, obviously, and it really like just kind of weakens Edgar as a whole, because he was really good in Reason to Die. If anyone used to play it, right, you would know that he was actually like a top-notch zombie, right? Now he's kind of just like meh, can't really hit anyone. See, brutes, they're good if you know what you're doing, but they don't feel as they're meant to be. They don't feel like a really good offensive zombie class, right? So I feel that again, as I said, with my changes. So that's pretty much all I wanted to put. It's just, I'm really disappointed in this game. It's a good game, don't get me wrong. Like, you should, if you haven't played it, this is Ready to Die, by the way. I'll link it below, right? In the description, if I actually decide to release this video. Alright. But that's pretty much what I think. I think zombies are just, they're not fine, alright? Also, one last thing I want to put out. I think there should be a global cooldown for pipe bombs, because I really hate how zombies. No, fuck, sorry. I really hate how survivors could just continuously throw pipe bombs, and you're just there really annoyed, right? Zombies in general are really annoying. They're very hard to play as. Especially without a zombie shop, right? So if you get common too many times, you just buy something. And yes, I know, before anyone comments, if they actually see this, I know this game is in alpha. I know Digger is gonna come in like the next versions of the game, right? And Skull Champ and pretty much every other zombie, because Swarmer is pretty much confirmed because there's B keeper armor. Spectate. Fuck, okay, well that really is cool. Yeah, I would show you if I can, but obviously this bug exists. Very cool. But, yeah, those are my ideas and opinions. If you have ideas for potential buffs or attachments for zombies, if it does come out, put them in the comments. Like, I would love to hear yours, and I'll give responses and feedback. All right. Have a good Halloween as well. And you know what they say: make a non-buggy game, then speak. I said my classic catchphrase, and now I'm done. So yes, have a good day.